What's going on, guys? Astro with Hidden Profits Crypto here. Before we get into today's video, as usual, I want to give a huge thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel. We got a lot of new subscribers, so if you're new, welcome. We're getting real close to 3,000, so if you guys could help me get there, I would really appreciate it. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we show a lot of low-cap altcoins, hidden gems, and other great projects. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe and tick that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date with all my future videos. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into today's video. All right, so today we're going to be taking a first look at another crypto gaming project. This is UFO Gaming. Now, this coin is a little bit more known because it was kind of out back when like SafeMoon and all those coins were popping up. And I do honestly think back then it was kind of just a meme coin. But since I think they've actually decided on like taking the coin somewhere and doing a lot with it because they do have a lot planned. They also partnered with Cadena. So they are going to be having their gaming ecosystem on Cadena, which is going to be great. You guys know we love Cadena here. So that's why I wanted to take a look at this coin. There are quite a few videos out, but all the videos that I found, nobody really goes into depth of what the project's really about. So I figured we'd go ahead and look over it. So we're going to look at the Twitter as usual, the website, and then we're going to kind of go into the little Getbook, or like it's like a white paper kind of thing. And then we'll probably take a look at the price at the end. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we are at the Twitter, at the UFO token. UFO Gaming is a fully decentralized intergalactic social gaming token, blockchain, play to earn, metaverse, virtual land, NFT, gaming, IDO, all in one place. So you can see here, very ambitious. They have a lot that they want to do, which I think is great for a project to have a lot of things that they want to achieve. So there's the Telegram right there. You can find the website right here. You can see 118K. So like I said, this project's a little bit more known. They also just recently got listed on KuCoin. So there's a referral link down below that supports the channel. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not really that big of a fan of KuCoin, but I think it is probably the best to pick up this coin if you are interested in it, as it is an Ethereum token. So currently you'd have to pay quite a bit of gas fees for it on like Uniswap or something like that. And then some of the other exchanges it's on are a little sketchy. So I would suggest KuCoin if you do choose. Anyways, I'm not going to look at too much here on the Twitter, but as always, just go ahead and run through there when you guys are doing your own research. So that way you can kind of get a feel of what they got going on. So we're going to go ahead and look at the website. So here we are at ufogaming.io. So you can see, you know, they got like a trailer for a game, you know, Discord you can join right there, and the KuCoin listing, like I said. So a play to earn metaverse. Play to earn games are the new gaming model taking the world by storm. UFO Gaming will be the corner piece. One planet, one game, an ever-growing ecosystem to play and earn games. So that's obviously true. We have play to earn games are going to be huge. We're still in the infancy. We're still very early. They will only continue to grow, and hopefully the incentives for the players continues to grow as well. Hopefully it doesn't end up turning into something where, you know, the players aren't the ones actually earning that much. So yeah. Gaming and blockchain. So UFO Gaming will collaborate with traditional gaming companies to integrate them into the blockchain and develop new blockchain gaming features. So virtual land, each game will have its own governing planet. We will run virtual land auctions where people can purchase their own piece of that planet and earn revenue from the game by completing specific tasks. In the future, these pieces of land can be used to build infrastructure for that planet, such as virtual NFT stores, collection galleries, weapon stores, and buy and sell NFTs from the game. So virtual land is something I really do like in games if it's done correctly, to where the land actually has some sort of utility and some sort of need. You know, if it's like a Earth 2 kind of situation where somebody just makes up a random map and says, you know, this land, just buy it. It's worth this much. I'm not really that big of a fan of that. But as long as it has some utility, then I'm all for it. So here is one of the games that they have. Super Galactic. Now we're going to look at this a little bit more when we actually get into it in the next section, but you can see some screenshots here. It looks pretty okay, decent, all right. It's, you know, it's a game. They've got their own style, so that's great. And, you know, we'll just have to kind of see more from what they bring in the future. So Genesis NFTs, the very first edition of NFT characters from these games. These will hold exceptional value and be scarce. So only 10,000 of these will ever be minted through the Super Galactic staking DApp during the Genesis event. It will be play to earn, 2-token system. UFO will be the governance token, and UAP will serve as the second token, which people can earn via completing in-game quests, tournaments, and our future PvP battle mode. So we'll look a little bit more at the UAP in the next section. But the rating system, unlike traditional play to earn games, Super Galactic will be using a rating system in which a character or player who is more active will get a better rating, allowing them to earn more UAP and access more challenging game content. So I definitely like that. You're rewarding the people that are actually playing the game. So that's great to see. Breeding and trading characters. So UAP and UFO will be needed to breed characters. Characters can be used to play in-game or traded in our in-house NFT marketplace. So the breeding of characters, I definitely like taking, you know, one attribute that you might want from one and one from another, mixing them to make a better one that'll, you know, end up being worth more money. I love this concept, and it's actually one of the reasons I actually got into DeFi Kingdom, because they have that kind of system with the heroes and the summoning. So they'll have an NFT marketplace. Super Galactic will have its own NFT marketplace where players can trade characters, weapons, and other in-game items with UFO. So you can register here, and all the links are down here for their Telegram, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So that wraps it up here on the website. You guys can see how to get UFO. Here's some of that listed exchanges. Like I said, KuCoin I think is your best bet personally, but there's some other links here you guys can check out, and some other random things. As always, make sure you guys are doing your own research and not just watching the video. So come here on the website and check out the rest of the stuff that I don't look at. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and head over to the Getbook. We're going to go a little bit more into detail of some of the staking, the game, how that's going to work with getting the UAP tokens, what those are going to be needed for, and some other things. All right, so here we are at the UFO Gaming Getbook. Now, I do suggest that you guys also come through and take a look at this yourselves. Make sure you're reading through and understanding kind of all of what it does. But I figured here we'll take a little bit more in depth, and this will help you guys understand the project a little bit more. So the ecosystem, the dark metaverse. So an ever-expanding realm and infinite ecosystem that will consist of play-to-earn games, breedable in-game NFTs, earning virtual land, and a metaverse launchpad that will continually require UFO tokens. So we have a staking DApp. So here you can stake UFO tokens or UFO ETH LP to earn the plasma points. Plasma points will not be tradable. With plasma points, you can mint rare NFTs called Origin UFO EPs. There will only be a limited number of these available. So we know what staking is. Obviously, if you don't, there you go. So you'll be able to earn the plasma. Whoever has the biggest stake gets the most plasma for each block. Lock your stake for longer, and it will count as a bigger share. So how plasma shares calculated, you'll receive your share depending on the pool weight, your stake versus the total amount staked, how long you lock it, and which pool you choose. It depends on those three factors: pool chosen, your amount staked versus the total amount staked, locked, or flexible staking. So the UFO stake pool will hold 25% of the pool, while the UFO ETH LP holds 75% of the total pool. So it might be a little bit more profitable, or at least to earn the plasma if you run the UFO ETH LP pairing. So keep that in mind. So how many plasma points are there in total? Currently, there are 10 million plasma points. The rate of emission is dynamic. So you'll be able to spend plasma to mint the Genesis NFTs, characters needed to play in Super Galactic. So if you want to get into the game very early on Super Galactic, you're going to need these characters. So you're definitely going to need to start farming these plasma points. So that right there is a very good utility for the UFO token. So that'll make a lot of people want to get it. How many NFTs we need to play? You only need one NFT to play. It can't be a Genesis, Alpha, or a Beta, UFO, EP. So maybe I'm not saying this right, but I'm just going to call, well, I don't know what UFO, no. So you only need one, which is great. And I'm assuming the Genesis ones will probably more than likely be the best out of these three. So how many NFTs are available? Only 10,000 the Genesis NFTs will be available. However, the amount of alpha and beta ones, depending on how many are fused in the breeding lab. So there'll only be a 10,000 Genesis to start, and the amount will just kind of be dependent on how much people are breeding them. So that's interesting, and that will probably change the price of these alpha and beta ones. Whereas with the Genesis ones, you'll probably see a very flat and high price for them. So yes, players will decide this market. They will be buyable in the marketplace from players that are auctioning them. So if you're getting a lot of these beginning NFTs and you're going to be able to breed them, it might be very profitable to sell them on the auction house. So we'll take a quick look here at the plasma points. Super Galactic will include exclusive NFTs such as Origin, those things. These can only be minted from plasma points, which are exclusively made for our in-game Super Galactic. Plasma points can only be generated through the Super Galactic staking DApp, like we just spoke. With plasma points, you can mint those NFTs. There'll only be a limited number of them. So you also needed to be able to play a Super Galactic. Origin NFTs have some unique characteristics. They're stronger and more qualified to have better ratings that help them perform efficient against other alien races other than the whatchamacallits. You need UFO to mint plasma points. When the Super Galactic DApp is released, you can single stake the UFO or the UFO ETH LP, like we said, to get the plasma points. Plasma points will be needed for those NFTs and yada yada. So that about sums that up. So Super Galactic is the game. You guys can check this out here, how the token system will work. But I did want to kind of just look at the UAP. So this is required to fuse or breed the soldiers in game. This can be obtained by completing Super Galactic's daily quests and missions. Plasma points will only exist for the express purpose of minting the NFTs for Super Galactic, whereas UFO and UAP can be exchanged on the open market. So there is a rating system for the NFTs. You can figure out there and check how these are going to be rated. And this explains the Genesis NFTs a little bit more. This shows some of the in-game weapons. So you can see there's a good amount. And these look like some little enemy guys, so that's cool too. There is some lore here. Then the tokenomics. So UFO is 100% community owned, 50% added on Uniswap, 50% burned forever. So 51 trillion plus a bunch of other fives and ones. As an initial interaction barrier, you'll require UFO. It is both required to attain UAP from the cosmos and to play the first game, Super Galactic. So again, big utility here for the token itself, because if you want to get involved in the game and get those Genesis NFTs or any of those other ones, you're going to need this UFO token to even take any part of it. So then we have the plasma points, which we talked about on the UAP. We already know what that does. So there will be virtual land, ERC 721, treated as NFTs. Virtual land has a dedicated supply of available to be minted, while some can be purchased through open auction via UFO tokens. There will be DAO rights. The largest holders have DAO voting rights for the entire metaverse direction. The largest landowners of each planet are considered Eternals. The Eternals are all-knowing and the profit from the entire metaverse. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. Maybe they're gonna tell them. I have no clue. So IDO access and revenue share. If you inhabit the planet, you have access to the game launch sale and revenues earned as it grows. All NFT characters can be traded and loaned through the partnered marketplaces. So it's cool you can loan them as well. I know that's a function that's kind of in DeFi kingdoms. You can hire the characters out. So I like that mechanic in the games. Mothership Metaverse Launchpad. Gain access to the exclusive gaming project launches. Stake your UFO tokens or own land on the game dedicated planet to get tiered access to some of the most highly anticipated gaming projects added to the dark metaverse. So the multi-chain dark metaverse. So the dark metaverse and the games within its ecosystem are not exclusively to one chain. Games and IDOs will be held across some of the most well-known layer 1 chains in crypto. And as I said before, these will obviously include Cadena. So discovering a new planet, one game, one planet. Games will be continuously added to the dark metaverse through the Mothership IDO as well as partnerships. When a new planet is discovered, a new game is not far behind. Each game will be dedicated to one planet as its own sub-economy of the entire dark metaverse. The more planets discovered, the higher the burn rate and the usage of the UFO token, and the higher the amount you can earn. So this, I think, is actually really sick. So if you're kind of thinking, you know, like you got like a whole galaxy and each planet is its own game. So, you know, you want to go, oh, I want to go play this game and go deal with whatever they got going on. Well, I got to go land on that planet. That's actually really cool. I think that that's a super unique idea. And if they do it correctly and they do it right, it will definitely work. So understanding virtual land, one part of our metaverse is that you can own virtual land. Each planet will have a certain percentage of available land that you can buy. So again, I really like that idea, and it adds actual reason because maybe, you know, for the certain games, it has certain functions for the land, like they said, you know, DAO governance and that kind of stuff. So interesting, very, very interesting. The more land you own on each planet, the more you'll earn. Land becomes available immediately upon a new planet's discovery. You can purchase a dedicated percent of the land ever available on the planet via open auction. The rest can be able to be minted by staking. So land ownership represented as a NFT entitles you to that game's revenue shares through the planetary fund, as well as DAO rights and tiered access to the IDO run through UFO's launchpad. I like this a lot. So not only do you have that land for that game, but now you're earning revenue based off of how much, you know, how well the game does. So I think that definitely will add to the want of having that land, because maybe if it's a better game, you're going to earn a lot more money, which will more than likely make that land you know, worth more, obviously. So the thought process I'm having here is that they said once they find the planet, not soon after, then the game will come. So maybe the game the planet gets discovered, and then now you buy land on that planet without knowing exactly what game is coming there. And then if it's a very good game, that land could have a very good chance of being worth a lot of money. I don't know, just some ideas the way I think. So there will be distinct planet sub-economics. Enter player 1 using your in-game NFT required to play the game, mint it or purchase. Breed, upgrade, and buy. Use your UAP to breed and build your clan. Purchase upgraded in-game weapons and more. Play to earn. Use the UAP, the dark metaverse's marketplace currency. Earn from the game by owning land, like we talked about. And then they have the rarity of the land. So you have less common, which is 23% of the total land available, rating level 2, 20% planetary share. And then, you know, the land kind of goes up here in levels with the percentage, you know, just being available being less. So basically it's just rare, but you do see here that 20% is kind of the standard planetary share. So, it might be cool that it's rarer land and that it's a higher level, but if it gives you the same amount of revenue share, you know, or whatever, based off of whatever the game is for that planet, you know, might be cost efficient to maybe just go for the less common. If there's not that many perks of it being, you know, rare, then who cares? You're still making the same percentage profit. So to me, you know, screw the rarity, honestly. But, you know, you never know. They might add more perks for the rarities or whatever. So here is the roadmap. You can see here that in Q3 of 2021, deploy the contract and the audit growth phase in Q4 of 2021, which is now. Now you can see here the expansion phase is Q1 of 2022. We'll have the Cosmos event, we'll have staking, we'll have NFT minting, we'll have marketplace unveil, Super Galactic beta, the PvE multiplayer and co-op with friends, PvP, the virtual LAN, all that. And then the black hole phase will be in some part of 2022 with the dark metaverse launch, game studio partnership reveals, new games, fractal metaverse decks, which sounds really sick, and additional tier 1 exchanges. So next year is going to be a big year for UFO gaming, hence why I wanted to feature it on the channel now. It kind of perked my interest when I first heard about their whole situation with Cadena. So that was definitely why I wanted to take a look. And when you really look into it, the utility for this token is going to be quite insane. But we have partnerships here. You can see Chainlink, Cadena, like I said, Merit Circle, Citizen X, Polygon. So you can get on Shiba Swap and all that other stuff, like we said, but that's basically going to be the end of it here. They did do some tournaments with like, what's that game called? I forgot. Apex. They did some tournaments with Apex. So that was cool. But yeah, that is going to basically wrap it up for UFO. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This one's going to be huge for next year. I already know it's going to be big. I really have no doubt. I don't own any right now, and I'll just say that, but I am definitely planning on picking some up. I'm trying to figure out, I got a lot of my money in Cadena and not a lot extra to put in other random coins, but we're going to move something around and we're going to figure it out because I definitely want to be in this project. I think it's going to be huge next year. I think once that game comes out, the heroes and the breeding aspect and all that, or not heroes, but they're little NFT characters. Once you get the breeding in the marketplace going on that, it'll start booming. As long as the game's really good, that'll keep bringing a lot of demand for the token. You'll be able to use it to stake for a lot of other really useful things. So the bigger the bag, the better. And I definitely think getting your hands on some of that virtual land could be extremely worth it, specifically for those different planets when they do drop. I don't know how that'll work. Maybe the starting planet with their game will have land, maybe not. So we'll just kind of have to see, but definitely keep your eye out for UFO gaming. Anyways, leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about UFO. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we show a lot of other great projects just like this one. So if that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, tick that notification bell. I always forget to mention my Twitter page. So hidden_crypto, go follow me on there. You know, I post like kind of like little early stuff before I drop the videos. So, you know, if you want to stay up to date, you can go over there, hit the follow button. I really appreciate it. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. I will see you guys Friday. And until then, peace.